I'd like to thank you for joining us this morning to learn more about communication access for people with hearing loss. We live in the best time one could ever live for people with hearing loss. The technology that we have today is nothing like what our parents had. 1996 marks a major advancement in the development of hearing instrument technology. All of the instruments transitioned to digital audio. Prior to that, everything was analog, and they amplified all sounds equally. So if you had a high frequency hearing loss, they amplified low frequency too. So that's why everybody complained about the hearing instruments. But we don't have that. So with the advent of programmable hearing aids, they're able to be programmed to our specific hearing loss. 2005 marks the introduction of Bluetooth with hearing aids, but at that time it was via a streamer, an auxiliary device. I can remember how excited I was to use my streamer, and what an amazing thing it was to be able to stream my cell phone to my streamer. It was a little square box about this size. The problem was Bluetooth at that time really used a lot of energy. And today it's using just minuscule amount of energy compared to then. And so my Bluetooth would only last a couple hours because the battery on my device couldn't keep up with the Bluetooth, and so then I'd have to recharge it. But I could pair it with my cell phone, I could pair it with the tablet, I could do my desktop computer. Today, most of us don't have hearing instruments like that. Starting in 2014, they began being integrated in hearing instruments. Is there anybody in this room who doesn't have a hearing instrument with integrated Bluetooth? Would you just raise your hand? Okay, we have one. Okay. 2024, we had the advent of AI advancements, and we're beginning to see some changes in the ability to be able to discern background noise. Now, for all of us, that can't come soon enough, right? I always think that I'm doing really well with my hearing loss until I come to the convention. And there's so much noise, so many people, and in my normal life, I'm not in that kind of an environment. And so it's a real wake-up call about how difficult that situation is. In 2025, we had the advent of the first Auracast-enabled hearing aids, and that's by GN Resound, I believe. And that's a prescription hearing aid. And the Ori system is beginning to come to market. But you can see by this timeline that these changes do take time. And most of us only get new hearing instruments every 5 to 7 years. So even though the technology may be coming out, it might be out of our own personal cycle. We need at this time classic Bluetooth, Auracast, and telecoils. There are situations that I can imagine even into the future that you may need a telecoil in your hearing instrument in an emergency situation because they might use a pocket talker that has batteries because it's not rechargeable. So our need for telecoils is not going away anytime soon. So that's a reminder to everybody. We need to advocate with the hearing aid manufacturers to continue to install telecoils. There are a couple of things that are here for Auracast. We have some standards that need to be met. I'm really, really excited by the future that can happen with Ori for all of us. But as Julian said, it's going to take time. And the time isn't for the first people who are able to use it. It's for all of us to be able to use it. And in a place like the convention, at this point in time, all of us would need receivers, so that's not practical. So I want you to know this as people with hearing loss, because you're going out into the community to advocate. And it's very easy to get very, very excited about Auracast because of the potential. But until we have a critical mass, we still need, as was reiterated here, the need for traditional assistive listening systems as well.